Well, if we start with the name of the table, Tobi-Ishi, it came from a trip we were on in Japan, and we were in a garden, and there were these stones that were stacked. And whilst they didn't look like the table, this sort of the idea of it, the balancing and the massive forms, kind of gave us the idea to do this, something that looked like it was balancing. And the name Tobi-Ishi is Japanese for, I think, flying stones. So.
Which is also, isn't that to do with the stepping stones as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the object, the table, gives you the permission to really design something which is kind of monumental, but also sculptural. Because really its function is just to be a raised surface. So it enables you to experiment and play with this sort of, the idea of composition and balance, which is really how the Tobi-Ishi came into life, with just 3 elements.
The original design of the table was always to be in stone. But obviously stone is not the most practical material, and so we then imagined it in wood, and then actually at the launch there was a new process that was being developed with B&B, which was this sort of concrete finish, and so we launched in fact with the concrete. But always in the back of our mind we wanted the marble, we wanted the wood, and actually now, whilst the dining table was always available in wood, we now have the low table in the marble, both in the black and the Carrara. And we have now this extended version in elm wood, which is, was part of the original concept 10 years ago.
What's unusual about this collection is that it's because the form, or because its composition is so strong and so monumental, it adapts to different materials without, it can take on different characteristics. So whether it's in elm or marble or even the bright lacquered colours that we also do, it has a different feeling, but it's still a strong statement of composition, I think, in design. And the reason that we've done this one for the 10th anniversary is because we wanted to find something which was truly expressive about what is Italian design and Italian architecture. And so we looked to the Renaissance cathedrals of Siena and Florence for the references, and this idea of striping and mixing green and white marble together.
I think it's quite clear as well that you can see that the design is strong enough to hold striped marble,
yeah, that's true,
solid wood and plain marble, and as you said, with the colours as well. So for us, it's really one of our favourite pieces we've ever designed, and I think it's become quite a strong piece for B&B now as well. Well, something like this, which is obviously visually strong, could either work, in an entrance hall, or in. But I mean, I want this for my dining table because it's I just love it. I mean, I can't. Whichever direction, whichever angle you look at it, it shows you something new. But I mean, I think this would make also a fantastic dining table.
There's something strange about I don't know. There's something about the composition of the piece, of the table, whether it's a big scale or a small scale, which feels complete. And because of its completeness, it sort of feels like it can sit in a whole different variety of environments, from a kind of palazzo or something which already has a lot of history to something which is very contemporary, because it stands alone as a piece in its own right. I feel like you could mix it with so many different type of languages, different design languages.
But having said that, the real challenge is also to try and find the right chair to go with the table.
This is the big problem, and it's our next project.
It's the next project.
We need to design the chair for the Tobi-Ishi, because whilst it's nice to stand here, I would like to sit down now.